The reason I started Thistle Coaching was because I was responding to a need. I was working in an environment where I was working with people who had been given these same chronic and severe mental health diagnoses. And I was able to connect with them because they're my people. Like, there is literally no difference between the people I was of service to and me and my journey with my mental health over the last 30 years, I guess. And I was able to connect with them. But what was happening is their families and their friends were coming into the organization I worked for, and they were saying, like, what do we do? Like, how are you getting our person to take out the garbage and make lunch for 70 people and want to get a job and sign up for their GED? How are you doing this? When what I'm seeing is when I interact with them, all we do is fight. It's, one conflict after another. We're never on the same page. They don't appreciate what I do for them. They just want to lay around. They're so lazy. Like, all of these things are flying around, and we were desperately having people come to us and ask us for what we were doing to get their person to interact. And as a staff person working a 40-hour week and supporting 30 to 60 or 70 people a day, I didn't have the time, energy, or resources to support their families and friends as well. And it was heartbreaking, because the other part of that I was seeing is I would see a member in our community make huge strides, reach out and put in an application for a job, apply to go back to school, that they would run a whole lunch session and bring everybody together and be able to navigate putting lunch together for 70 people. And then they'd go home for a weekend or a holiday. Holidays were the worst. They would go home and interact with their family, whether they lived under the same roof or just it was like that celebratory connection. And they would come back and be set 10 steps back because mom was yelling at them. Dad was telling them they were lazy. People just couldn't understand why they weren't getting a job or doing the things that they used to do. And we had to start over at almost step one in order to build their confidence and sense of purpose again